All right, Shalom.
Shalom, shalom. Shalom.
All right, first and foremost, we have to give all the praises, honor, and glory unto the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh Shai,
Yahushai,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Ruach HaKodesh.
Rehakadash.
Double honors and respect to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, who rule well and taught us His truth. We like to say much love, peace, and salutations to the Lord's elect, the whole elect in 1/3, this brother Salah.
Brother Sarah.
All right, Shalom. Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God. In the Paleo Hebrew, His name means He is, He exists. And His Son's name, who the world ignorantly calls JC. His true name is Yahweh Shai, in the Holy Tongue, the Lashon Kadash, the ancient Paleo Hebrew, and His name means He saves, He delivers, right? And He's only here for the nation of Israel, specifically the elect, the 144,000, the 1/3, right? I don't know what this is. We be part of that number, right? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and speckled bird Israelites whose seed line go back unto Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? All right, Shalom. So the title of today's video is Esau's getting ready to come down, with that great wrath, sitting as AI robots, right? And and the opening precept I want to start out before we play this, right, is 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11, right? And it says here, "Least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices," right? And yes, these are one of Satan's made devices, right? His AI robots. And if you look closely right here before I play the video, right, you notice this robot. If you look closely right here, this robot has fucking teeth on it, right? Why would a robot need teeth, man? Right? And what this reminds me of, like, if you brothers have watched, the show, Invincible, right? From the comics, with Omni Man, Invincible, and the Viltrumites. Like in the very first episode, right? Mark Grayson and Nolan Grayson, right? Nolan Grayson, Omni Man, Mark Grayson, Invincible. They were fighting these things called reanimin, right? So cyborg like hybrids, right? And these things, they looked exactly like this robot right here. And the crazy part was when they were attacking, an Omni Man, they were like biting into his flesh, man. So expect things like that to happen during the time of Jacob's trouble, man. So and we might show the video that scene from Invincible later on, but for now, before we play the video, we're gonna get the copyright disclaimer. Research tools, right here. So disclaimer, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. We're not making any monetary gain off of this. This is for educational purposes only. And with that, we're going to play the video. So as you can see here, yeah, as you saw right here, that was 20mm rounds. The kind built to punch through light armored vehicles, slamming straight into its chest plate. Sparks, smoking, debris flying. The robot knocks back from the impact and stays standing. Right, hey man, let me tell you, if a damn tank is not gonna be able to knock this back, you could bet your ass, man, that your M16, your AK, your Glock, your damn shotgun, your 12 gauge shotgun or double barrel 12 gauge shotgun full of slugs. It's not gonna stop this damn thing, man. We need Yahweh Bashim Yao Shine these days, man. That's why Michael the Archangel, man, as to come in and intervene, man. Brothers are gonna get spiritual powers real soon, man. Yeah, then they bring out a second unit, bulkier, more angular, and hit it the same treatment, the same results denied. Scourge still on his feet. Yeah, man, these are the times.
Yeah, I got a precept after you up.
Con, these are the times that we're living in too, man. And this is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 16, verse 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols, right? And and you best believe these AI robots you see right here, man, are idols, man. And speaking of which, right, if your brothers could see in the voice discussion of the of the Discord VC, right? Esau also made another AI robot, right? This damn Baal like Minotaur thing. You see it right here. Holding a damn chainsaw, and it's meant for like search and rescue. But we know Esau's gonna use this for, to hunt you Jakes down during the time of Jacob's trouble, man. Well, why would why would Esau need to make it into a fucking Minotaur? Second of all, why does he need to add a bull-like head? With fucking horns on it, man. This is damn Molech or Baal, man. Like these devils know exactly what the fuck they're doing, man. It's gonna
Like,
target Jake, man, and it's gonna give you two options, right? Either it chainsaws you to death, or you take the MOTB, which is probably implanted into his body somehow.
and this goes to show you that we can't get out of this without Yahweh Shai. Because how is a mortal man gonna be able to face a robot like that head on without the Lord being on their side? It's just not possible, man. It doesn't matter what militias you have, what groups of people you have together. Fucking Joe Sixpack down the road. Everybody getting their arsenal together. It's not gonna be able to match that, man.
Uh,
You
uh,
know.
I got something.
Go ahead, Doc.
Uh, okay, real quick. 1 second. All right, this is the book of Let me grab this. I don't know if you brothers had this, but Second Corinthians 10:4. It says, "For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of strongholds." Okay, so you know, Lord, he eventually he's going to come down with divine intervention to give his men spiritual powers, and those powers are going to be far beyond any weapon that these people have, and any AI robot. But Esau, he's on the left hand side, so everything he does is carnal. That's why when everything this guy does is a carnal thing, including that mark of the beast he's going to implement. It's also a carnal mark. It's a physical mark. It's an attainable thing. And I think the brother Amwan Gabar said he Esau is not spiritual. Everything he brings out is everything he does is carnal.
Gone. Gone. And can I go on? Just like the brother was saying, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. This Isaiah 40:31. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. That's a powerful precept, man. Because if we have, Lord willing, we're that number, Yahweh is that we're going to be able to fly. We're going to have superpowers, man. You look at these like superheroes like Flash, like Superman. Like they're able to do things out of the ordinary, man, and the elect is going to be able to do that, man. All through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. So the elect men, those that are, that are given these superpowers, oh, they're going to be able to pick up a tank like that and just crush it with their fingers. They're going to be able to pick up a robot like that and just flick it with their thumb, and that's just attesting the power of the Lord.
And Doc, if you may, right, like like so, like so, like something I wanted to show, right? This was a scene from The Invincible, right? With Nolan or Omni Man, if I can find it, right? Fighting those Reanimen, right? This goes along with Jake receiving that spiritual power, being represented by Omni Man, right? Because these devils know who they're up against, right? Why do you think they have all these AI robots made, right? Why do you think they're trying to implement the MOTB, man? They're trying to stop Jake from getting the birthright, man, which is not possible because the elect were already predestined to get that birthright through the sacrifice of Yahweh Shai, man. Reanimate men fight. See if I can get that. Yeah, right here. Look at this right here. Yeah, again, we're gonna flash the copyright disclaimer. We've already read this. Fair use, fair use, fair use. And we're just gonna play this part right here.
You thought that could hurt me?
No. That was just to get your attention. Jesus, Nolan, right for the throat. After everything that we've been through.
Keep out of this, Cecil.
You know I can't do that, Nolan. I've faced death more times than I can count, but I'll be damned if that didn't put my balls in my throat. I just want to know why every one of the Guardians risked their necks for you, over and over again.
I never needed their help. They were weak.
They were your friends, and so was I. Which is why I know you didn't kill him for the fun of it. You had a reason. You want to get it off your chest? Fine, don't tell me. But what about Debbie, huh? Doesn't she deserve an answer?
Don't say her name.
Why not? You hurt her, not me. She and I have that in common now. I'm a good liar. I'm a very good liar. But you're better. You fooled her. Hell, you fooled all of us for what? 20 years? Wait, does Mark know that his dad's a murderer? Does he know? No? Well, what's he gonna do when he finds out, huh?
This is pointless. You can't stop me.
Yeah, you're right. I can't. But I can do the same thing I've been doing since I figured out you were a lying piece of shit. I can buy us a little more time. Dead soldiers, serving their country one last time, thanks to that monster over there. Shut it! I feel dirty even talking to you. Hey, bring him over here. Bring him over here right now. Teleport me to Invincible and Eve's location. Once they get these strapped on, you bring us home.
Sir, Eve and Invincible are back on the move. Intercept in 4 minutes.
Shit. Jesus. Shit!
Alright, that's pretty much what I had to show right there. Salaki, if that was a little long-winded, right? But Esau really thinks he could take out the elect with it, with his corny ass fucking technology, man. Thinking that, oh, if I make the most strongest bulletproof machine, man, I can stop the Israelites, man. And no, man, you're not gonna be able to stop stop us, man. Well, Lord willing, if we be part of the elect, man, because really our power comes from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man, not no carnal ass machine that you made in the fucking laboratory, man. Made by materials from the fucking earth, right, idols, man. And the scriptures basically speak on that, right? If I can get it right, how the artificer, right? Makes all these things by hand. if I can get that for a moment. Let's see. Let's see how did it go? Oh, because just Slocky. I remember Elder Yashawam was speaking on this, as and he always brings out this precept, but basically, right? It's it's these heathens, right, wanting to make like a god or whatever, right, like stuff from the earth, and that's basically what these machines are, man. All these AI robots, they're just materials made from the earth, trying to make it into into their god. When did I gotta find? I had to find it. Let's see, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 15. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Yeah. So Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 15. It says here, but thou, O Yahweh, are gracious and true, long suffering and mercy and order in all things. For if we sin, we are thine, knowing thy power, but we will not sin, knowing that we are counted thine. For to know thee is perfect righteousness. Yeah, to know thy power is the root of immortality, right? And this is what Esau's trying to achieve through left hand means, right? But he's never gonna get it. For neither did the mischievous so here it is. For neither did the mischievous inventions of men deceive us, nor an image spotted with diverse colors, the painter's fruitful labor, the sight whereof enticeth fools to lust after it. So they desire them of a dead image that hath no breath. And yeah, you could say you could count this the Cesare Borgia, but you could also account this the Esau's entire system, right? And as well as these AI robots as well, man. Right? Esau really thinks he can get a leg up on the elect, man. With this, but he's not, man. Yahweh Shim Yahshai is going to show that divine intervention. All right, verse 6. Both they that make them, and they that desire them, and they that worship them are lovers of evil things, and are worthy to have such things to trust upon. For the potter, tempering soft earth, fashion every vessel with much labor for our service. Yeah, for the same clay he maketh both vessels that serve for clean uses, and likewise also as such as to serve the contrary. But what is the use of either sort? The potter himself is the judge, right? And ultimately, that's talking about Yahweh Shem Shai, man. He's the potter, and employing his laborers lewdly, he maketh. All right. Here's the main point. But and employing his labors lewdly, he maketh a vain god. So this is talking about Esau and these heathens, right? Of the same clay, even he which a little before was made of earth himself, and within and a little while after returneth the same out when he is life. Out when his life which was lent him shall be demanded, right? So basically, right, Esau, right, is trying is all right. Let me say this again. So Esau, man, he's trying to create this pseudo blessing, right? On the left hand side with materials mined from the earth, right? And that includes his AI technology, right? All this shit came out of the earth, right? And who's the creator of everything that you see here, man? Yahweh Bashim Yao Shai, man. And Esau really thinks he can artifice, right? Create his own blessing, man. Let's see what that word artifice means. Slocky, that took a while. I had to find that precept.
Artifice.
A noun means a clever trick, a crafty device, or an act of deception. It can also mean high skill, cleverness, or artistic ingenuity, trickery, and deceit. Right, right. Esau, man, he's gonna try, he's gonna deceive a lot of people, man, or trick them. or guile them, right? Into taking the MOTB, saying, "Oh, you need this. It's gonna make life a lot easier. You want peace and safety, man. Well, okay, well then take this RFID microchip, right? But the elect, man, they're not gonna be deceived, man. Same thing with these AI robots. They'll be like, oh, we're from the government. We're here to help. They're here to help search and rescue you, and we know damn well that's not the fucking truth, man. Esau is gonna use this, man. To hunt down you Jakes, man. Mainly they're after the elect, man. But the elect are already covered underneath the blood of Yahweh Shai, man. That's why the scripture says, man. When All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 59, verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim now shine from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim now shine, shall lift up a standard against him, right? Meaning what? Spiritual powers are going to come on high, man, just like you saw Omni Man, beating the ever living shit out of these robots. Let's play that scene again, because that scene was fire.
Damn.
And that's how we gonna be, man. When Esau sends out his fucking AI robots, man, his cyborgs, his military troops, FEMA, Gurgur troops, the fucking IDF, man, and
And also you gotta the nations, the army that they tried to how do I select it? I'm slurring on my words. The armies that tried to fight up against Yahweh Shai, because remember, these isn't there a precept on that when they see the chairs of the Lord, man, they're they're gonna they're gonna try to fight up against Yahweh Shai, these other nations armies and stuff,
oh
right?
yeah, I have that precept. But Durst fight. Yeah, right here. This is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 13, verse 8. Right. This is talking about when they see the fathership, covering across the entire vicinity, right, from the sky, from the east to the west, man, north and south, man. You're not gonna see where it starts and finishes. You're just gonna see one big ass chariot, right, the fathership, and the elect coming down as well as the host of angels. To subdue Esau and the rest of these heathen nations, right? This is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 13, verse 8. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered all together to subdue them, whom were sore afraid, and yet durst fight, man. And this is gonna happen real soon in the valley of Yosef, Yahweh Shaphat, man, in the Levant, or the so-called Middle East, right? The western part of Asia, man.
Because if you're in the military, man, you get sent there, man. That's your judgment, because you're ultimately fighting against Yahweh Shai at the end of the story. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's right, Doc. And might I add, man, the precepts, man, I was gonna bring out is these other nations, man, their asses are gonna get beaten to powder, essentially, man. Once the Lord arrives, delivers his elect, the ones who didn't take the MOTB, and the 144,000, man, the house of David.
Right.
That's
Salakia.
no, you good. That's when they're gonna beat the ever living shit out of Esau, man. These other heathen nations. So let's get.
Hey, real quick, if I can add, is this does the scriptures also say what? That the heathen shall envy thee, meaning, and they shall be able to do nothing against thee. Roughly paraphrasing, meaning, yeah, they're gonna see the men of the Lord with those spiritual powers and getting beamed up into those chariots, and what the fuck are they gonna be able to do? Because on this side right now, if somebody hates you, what they could do is, well, they can just pull a drive-by shooting on you. The maybe make your baby mama might file child support on you. Okay, on this side, 2/3 and Esau, they can actually do stuff to us because we're in these carnal bodies. But when we have those spiritual bodies, Lord willing, we are those men. They're not going to be able to do anything against to us, bro. We're going to be untouchable. Okay, even like Apostle Dahara said, what he said, you're gonna have to get used to the powers that you have, right?
Because they're gonna be
I
so
got this one right
overwhelming.
quick.
That's all I can go
Yeah,
ahead, Doc.
Yeah, I got this precept right quick in the book of First Chronicles 16 and 22, saying, "Touch not mine anointed, and do my prophets no harm." Right. So the Lord's elect, the Lord's anointed, are not gonna be put in harm.
That's right. Because why, man? We have Yahweh Bashim outside protecting us ultimately, man. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 11. The Lord Yahweh Bashim outside shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence, man. So when the elect get those spiritual powers from on high, man, at that point, Esau has no longer has the authority, man. Man, and that's pretty much the end of his rulership once Jacob, man, gets those new spiritual bodies pertaining to Jeremiah 31 verse 31 on down, where the laws will be written as inward parts. They'll never sin, never go off again. So they're gonna be immortal, man, and with that comes with spiritual powers, and we'll be able to enforce the laws of the scriptures, man, and in heaven on earth. As it says in the Yahushai's prayer in the book of Matthew, man. The Esau and these other nations, they're utterly fucking through, man. That's why you see them coming out with all this AI technology, AI robots, and that MOTB, man, because he knows he is at his end, man. Revelation 12 verse 12, man. And rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the heavens of the earth and of the sea. For the devil, Esau, this damn devil, has come down to you having great wrath, because he knoweth he hath but a short time, man. He knows he has a short time in rulership. And so, but the elect, man, starting with 144,000, the 1/3, man, I don't know again, I don't know how we be of that number. We have this kingdom to come, man, and we're gonna end off right here unless you brothers have anything else you want to add.
that's all I have.
2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man. So we are witnessing Esau's end. It is undeniable. Everything's on Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's time. So we don't know exactly when the end is, but it is very, 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 very close, man. I don't want to Zah, man. We hope not to see another full year, which is gonna be 2027, man. And and hope Yahushai's return is close. So, you brothers, anything else you want to add?
So, man.
All right, Con. So with that, we're gonna end off this lesson right here. Hope this lesson's been edifying, uplifting, and exhorting to you, sincere Akim and Akwath. And with that, we'd like to say, Call Halayim La, Abanawa, Yahweh,
Yahweh Ba'ashem
Ba'ashem,
Yahushua
Shai,
Ba'ashem
Ba'ashem,
Makakadash.
Kakadash. Double honors and respect to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, who well and taught us his truth. We also like to say much love, peace, and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful, the 1/3. This is your brother Salah.
Bro.
And with that, I'd like to say Shalom.